What's up, guys? How you doing? So, what are the benefits of living in a small town over a big city and vice versa? And I say that because we just came out here to a small town. We're chilling out here for about a week. And it really does feel like everything has slowed down. I've lived in many big cities. I've lived and worked kind of downtown or close to it. And there is a certain rapidness to pace, a certain hustle and bustle. And it's exciting. I like that. I'm an efficiency aficionado. I love doing things quickly. I love making a process optimized and getting things done super efficiently. And I feel like I can add more hours back into my day. And then you come out here into a small town and you can just feel everything slows down and people seem a little more friendly. It's like that idea when you're in a big city in a rat race, everybody's trying to get to their destination and they're stuck in traffic. There's people bumping into them. People got kind of an aggressive, cold demeanor. A lot of people just want to get what they want done, and you better not get in their way. I'm walking here. What are you doing, eh? And then the more and more rural you get, the more and more valuable seeing somebody else becomes. If you're out there in the middle of nowhere in Antarctica and you see a person that you haven't seen anybody in months, you're going to run up to that person and say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? Come have some beef jerky. I'll cook us a meal, or let's chat." It's that people are more valuable when there's fewer of them, and they can be hindrances when there's more of them, which is an interesting thought. So that kind of makes sense that when you go out into a smaller town, people seem more nice and agreeable because good fences make good neighbors, as they say. And having your own space makes it more enjoyable when you can and choose to interact with somebody else. That's why in the South, people will say, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day today?" at the cash register, when if you're in a big city, they probably don't do that as often, from my experience. So, it depends really what you want in life. I think it's good to have both if you have that luxury to spend time in a city and spend time in a more quiet, smaller town. And you get both sides of the coin. I mean, life is about experiences, right? You want to try all different things and see what makes you tick, see what's enjoyable. And then just the richness of experiences just add to the fabric of your life. So, today was a great day. Went out to this park with a beautiful pond. I was making some beats there, looking out at the pond. And, it's just a pleasurable, relaxing day. And, but I bet in a couple days I'll be ready to get back to the city and ready to start working on more projects and get into that frantic pace of getting things done. That let's rock attitude. So, I'd recommend doing a mix of both. And, there's a lot to be learned from each. So, it's like the idea of having a lot of different experiences in life. Like, which one would you take here? Let's take the example of a restaurant. Let's say you are in a city or town and, you have your favorite restaurant and you know what you like to order there. You're either the type of person that you always go to that favorite restaurant, order that favorite dish, you're content, you just go there all the time, you don't even need to look anywhere else. Or you can take that risk, you can take that gamble and roll the dice and get out there and try a whole bunch of restaurants in town and try the new spot and try the Indian food and the Chinese or whatever it is, Afghani food, whatever sort of novel item comes along your way. You can try it and you can go to these places and you can try everything on the menu just to say I tasted it. And you know what? A lot of those foods you're probably not going to like. People have their favorites for a reason. They go to their favorite restaurants for a reason. So for you to try a bunch of things, guess what? Some of them are going to be misses. And you can choose to, shoot a whole bunch of shots from different spots on the court, or you can take that favorite layup that you make. And, they both have their merits to it, but you kind of got to decide what person are you. Now, me, I am definitely the chase as many diverse experiences as possible because diversity is our strength. And learning and having so many different types of experiences can just broaden your horizons, open your eyes. And yeah, sometimes it's missing. Sometimes I'll eat food that I literally can't finish and it's terrible. But at least I got to try it. And what is the purpose of life if not to experience it? So I just wanted to encourage y'all to get out there, try different things, and embrace all the world has to offer. Sometimes, you're going to fall short and things aren't going to be what you expected, and you're going to have plenty of misses. But the richness of the different experiences adds to, your whole experience of life, and then you can really know what is good to you. Because if you just found the first thing you liked at a restaurant and said, hey, that's my dish, I'm eating that for the rest of my life, you might not even know that the restaurant down the street that's like some exotic food that you've never even heard of, you might actually like better than this favorite restaurant you've been going to for 20 years. That's the only food I eat. And then right here, because you never tried it, you miss out on that. And, you can experience great highs and great lows, and then you can kind of hone in on what is true and what is actually really good and rises above the rest. As they say, the cream rises to the top. So, make sure you're trying all your different ones and get that cream, friends. All right, just wanted to make a first little video here and, vibe with y'all. I think I'm going to start doing more of these talking and chilling videos, and y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Peace.